President Trump happens to be right when he said this at Davos about Canada.
We're building a golden dome that's going to, just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements.
Okay, does Canada live because of the United States? Let's take a look. We will first take a look at this video. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds long. I'll just let it play through and then we'll look at some other stuff.
I compiled a bunch of companies that Canadians rely on daily, and it's borderline obscene to think that we're going to replace our relationship with the United States. Let's start number 1, fast food and daily meals. McDonald's, Subway, Starbucks, Burger King, KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, all American companies. Number 2, big box retailers. Walmart, Costco, Amazon, Home Depot, Best Buy, all American companies. Payment systems, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, PayPal, Stripe, Block, all American companies. Phones, computing, and digital OS, Apple, Google, Microsoft, American companies. Social media, Meta, so Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, X, Snapchat, Snap, Reddit, Tinder, Hinge, OkCupid, all American companies. Internet entertainment, Netflix, Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount, Comcast, YouTube, Spotify, all American companies. Vehicles, Ford, General Motors, Tesla, Boeing, all American companies. Retail brands you buy daily, Nike, Levi's, Gap, Under Armour, Columbia Sportswear, Crocs, all American companies. Household essentials, daily goods, Procter & Gamble, P&G, Johnson & Johnson, Colgate, SC Johnson. These are all American companies that Canadians rely on daily, and there are no alternatives available to us at this moment. Daily medical, healthcare supply, Pfizer. So all the vaccines you guys wanted to take are from Pfizer, an American company.
Every strata of society, pretty much.
And okay, for this part of the video, we're going to take a look at this moving graph. North American countries, GDP per capita from 1960 to 2024. I'm not going to play the whole video, but I'm just going to show that for a lot of history, recent history at least, Canada was not very far behind America when it comes to GDP per capita. This number, by the way, is directly correlated to the average salary. This is how productive is the average citizen in a country. So as you see, we move through here. For a long time, Canada is right behind America. Here in the kind of late 90s, early 2000s, we fall behind a bit. This was a U.S. tech boom, I think would be a part of that. But here in 06, 09, we're actually getting very close to them. We actually pass America for a while. But then you can see in the recent era of the Trudeau era, we'll call it, Canada starts getting smoked. And again, this number is directly correlated to the average salary in a country. How productive a person is, again, it's totally correlated to how much money you earn. Certainly in the long term, that is true. And so look at where we are at in 2024. America eating our lunch. So Canada definitely needs America. We need their consumer base to be able to sell into. Canadians are just falling behind how wealthy the average American is. Does Canada live because of the United States? We'll look at this another way. Largest companies on earth by market cap. I'll get my face out of the way here a little bit. NVIDIA, USA. Apple, USA. That video actually that we watched at the beginning didn't even include NVIDIA. It's mostly dealing in AI. Very important company. Obviously, number one in the world. USA. Alphabet, USA. Microsoft, USA. Amazon, USA. This one, Taiwan, Saudi Aramco, Saudi Arabia. But then again, USA, 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 USA. Continuing on, there's Samsung, Tencent, China, USA, USA. Like there's so many that are USA. When are we going to get to a Canada? So does Canada live because of USA? Are you kidding me? But Carney goes to Davos. Oh, there's a rupture. What a guy. That was all for his own ego. Okay, I actually did scroll by it. by accident there. The first Canadian company here, RBC, 67. So the top company in Canada cracks the top 67, I guess, in the world, behind U.S. companies such as IBM, T-Mobile, United Health, just ahead of McDonald's, Intel. And if we see here, this is the top 100. There's only one Canadian company, RBC. We got to go to the next 100 before we get to TD Bank at 125. And then we also get Shopify at 139. Does Canada live because of the United States? I asked ChatGPT, list Canada's top 5 trading partners and the percentage share for each country, then do the same for USA. Canada, top 5 trading partners. USA, 62. China, 7.9. Japan, 3. United Kingdom, 2. Mexico, 2. I've actually seen, by the way, this number where it says approximately 62.2% of Canada's total trade. I've seen that number higher in other estimates, but anyway, we'll just take it from here. It's just ChatGPT. Then we go United States, top 5 trading partners. We're not even number 1, despite being right beside them, and them being clearly our biggest trading partner by far, literally more important than every other country combined when it comes to trade, and really everything else, I would argue. Their biggest trading partner is Mexico. Then Canada at number 2, 12.9. Does Canada live because of the United States? Final question here for this video. I asked ChatGPT one more time. How much has Canada contributed to NATO in the last 10 years? How about America? Okay, we'll scroll down here to get to some of the comparisons. It didn't really exactly answer my question, but it got pretty close here. Typical defense budget. Canadian side, US 30 billion. American, 900 billion to 1 trillion. Total defense spending over approximately 10 years. Canada, 250 to 300 billion. America, 9 to 10 trillion. Then it says here, Canada has historically spent below the NATO guideline of 2% of GDP, although it has increased its defense budget and is projected to approach the 2% target soon. U.S. exceeds NATO's 2% of GDP, and its defense budget constitutes the lion's share of collective NATO defense expenditures. So when Carney says this, is he correct?
But Canada doesn't live because of the United States. Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
Is that true? Just because Carney is a pretty good speaker in front of a teleprompter does not mean that what he's saying on this front makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, I just went over some of the numbers, but anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments if you'd like, what would Canada look like without America? What would we look like? What would America look like without Canada? Let me know. Either way, thanks for watching. Have a great day.